Okay, so we're going to be recording an intro to using Mutant and in the context of Patch Bay. So I'm going to start off by starting a local SBot. So it started gossiping, and then switching over to here to my Patch Bay repo. I'm going to run npm run dev, and that's going to use that SBot. Doing this because it's a little bit more straightforward for development sometimes. Okay, so here we go. What we're going to look at today is this has been annoying me for quite a while, that there's this huge friends section, there's this huge follows section, followers. I kind of just want like tabs along here, so I'm going to do that with Mutant. So let's go have a look at the repo. So we're going to go into app page, what is it, profile, and I think it's actually under, we'll just go down and look at what's being rendered here. Profile page is a div with that class, capital P profile, so this is, remember, that's just a shorthand for that in Mutant. And relationships is actually the this section here, relationships. So I'm going to go look at where that's coming from. That's coming from a template which is a depject module called contact HTML relationships. Let's go have a look for that. Here we go. Blah, 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 blah. And here we go, header relationships. And it's like when the ID isn't my ID. Well, this is the status bit. It's a little bit involved. We've got a section about blockers. Let's just skip that and look at this friends, follows, followers. So what I want to make is kind of like a button. Let's just jam a button in here. H button. Toggle friends. And yeah. And I'm actually going to introduce some local state here as well, which is it can be a const show friends true. So value is a thing, an observable primitive provided by Mutant. So we need to require that in as well. And value is, it's basically just like an observable variable. When we instantiate it like this and pass in a value, this is the default value that it starts with. And then later on, what we're going to do is go show friends set false, for example, or we're going to set something up to toggle it. So maybe let's just stick with that, and then we'll do the toggling, which is a bit fancier later. So there's also another convenience method from Mutant, which is like when show friends so it takes two arguments basically. The first one is it's a Boolean observable, and when that observable is true, then this thing will display. And it actually takes a third optional argument. So when this Boolean is false, we'll see that. So let's see what that does at the moment. We're hoping that show friends was instantiated with true inside it, so we should actually see nothing different at the moment. I've just reloaded. Go check out Bob, and we see our button toggle friends doesn't do anything yet, and we see this friends section. Okay, so let's I'm just going to show you that show friends.set false. So we're going to instantiate it with true and then immediately set it to false, and what we should see is click to show friends. Yeah, click to show friends. Okay, so that button's not doing anything yet. So what we want that button to do is when it's clicked, so you'd think it might be on click, but it's not. But basically on click, toggle like switch show friends. So we're going to have a function which goes show friends dot set false. We'll just hard code it for the moment just to show you. And I mentioned that it's not on click. It's EV click in the context of Mutant. So we've got a button, and when we click it, it's going to toggle that friend status, and because show friends is an observable, it will trigger this observable. It'll trigger this when statement to which is listening to that observable to toggle from this view to this view, hopefully. Boom. Now it doesn't undo it because every time we click that, it just sets it to false. So let's make it a toggle then. And this is getting a bit unwieldy, so toggle friends. Toggle show friends. And what we can do is, I'll just break this out onto a couple of lines to make it clear. We want to get the current state. And of show friends, and that's show friends, and with an observable, if you just call it like that, it's a function, and it will give you the current state. So we want to invert the current state. So running through that again, we've got a function that when you call it, it will get the current state, and it will set the show friends state to be the inverse of that. Cool. So I'll leave that there for the moment, maybe record another in a second.